Hello dear students, welcome back second PUC economic class. In last class I started to discuss about production and cost, but because of disturbance only I stopped the class. Okay, now again I have to explain which one, production and cost. So this is the third chapter in microeconomics. Already we discussed in microeconomics two chapters and macroeconomics two chapters. So under the macroeconomics, last chapter was national income accounting. In microeconomics, second chapter was consumer behavior. In the second chapter we discussed about consumer behavior. In that completely we studied behavior of the consumer. Behavior of the consumer means how we get the satisfaction through law of diminishing marginality. Okay, and how we can utilizing which one, goods and consuming goods and services. How we can consuming goods and services and how we can get the satisfaction. So in that we discussed about total utility, marginal utility, right? So like in second chapter completely it's related to the behavior of consumer. So in this chapter it is completely related to behavior of producer. So this is the chapter number 3. Okay, chapter number 3, production and costs. Okay, so in this chapter we have to discuss two concepts. One is production, another one is cost. So under the production we have to discuss meaning, as we have to discuss production function, and also we should discuss isoquant. Then after that we have to discuss like total product, average product, and marginal product. Okay, so further we have to discuss law of diminishing marginal product, as well as we have to discuss law of variable proportion, returns to scale. After that we have to start cost. Okay, in this we have to discuss completely about producer. Okay, behavior of a producer. In this chapter we have to discuss behavior of a producer. In microeconomics second chapter completely related to behavior of a consumer or consumer behavior. Here behavior of a producer. So in this very important, we have to discuss one by one: meaning, production function, isoquant, total product, average product, marginal product, as law of variable proportion, then returns to scale, law of marginal product. Okay, everything we will discuss in this chapter. So first we have to discuss meaning of production. What is the meaning of production? Already I given a little much information about this. Once again I am explaining. Okay, listen carefully. Production is the process. Production is the process which inputs are by which inputs are transformed into outputs. Okay. This is very important. This is the meaning of production. Production is the process. Production is the process. It's nothing but production of goods and services, or producing goods and services. Here, production is the process by which inputs like land, labor, capital, raw materials, machineries, transportation. Okay, these are all called as inputs, right? So production is the process by which inputs are transformed into output. Using this, what we can get, that is called only output, otherwise product. Simple. The meaning of production. Production is the process. Production is the process by which inputs are transformed into output. For example, a tailor using sewing machine, cloth, thread and his own labor. Using this, he can produce and he can stitch shirt. Here, shirt is the output and sewing machine, thread, cloth, these are all what you can say inputs. As well as a car manufacturer, he can produce car. How? Using his land, factory, machineries, even other raw materials, okay, even labors. Using this, he can produce or he can manufacture car. So here, car is the output, and what he is using to produce that is factory, land, labor, then raw materials. So these are all called inputs. As a farmer, he is using his land, seeds, fertilizers, pesticides, then a transportation vehicle, tractor, so water. Okay, these are all inputs. Using this, he can get or he can produce output. So this is method or process of the production. Process of the production. Production is nothing but it is the transformation of input into output. Transformation of input into output. Clear? Production is the process by which inputs are transformed into outputs. Transformed into output. This is the meaning of production. So producing goods and services. Producing goods and services. Otherwise, production is the process in which by which inputs are transformed into output. That is called only production. Okay. So in the second chapter under the microeconomics, we discussed completely consumer behavior. Okay. So under the consumer behavior, you already understood that behavior of a consumer, like law of diminishing marginal utility, total utility, marginal utility, like concept of utility. So you discussed. In this chapter, you are going to discuss or you are going to know about production. Production means, so that is the process. Production is the process. Production is the process by which inputs are transformed into output. Inputs are transformed into output. Without inputs, we cannot get output. Then who will produce goods and services? They are considered as producers. The goods and services produced by producers are, we can call like firms. The production is carried out by producers or firms. So this, what they produce, this is used by consumers. Used by consumers or other firms or other firms. Other firms, what purpose? They will use as an intermediate good. They will use as an intermediate good. Which one? So any one firm produced a commodity, so another firm definitely it will be used for their commodity, right? So here the production carried out by producers or firms. Then what they produce, that is used by consumers. So when the firms or producers producing the commodity, that time they should acquire inputs. The inputs like already explained: land, labor, capital, organization. Is it? So here consumers, definitely the work is consuming goods and services. So producers producing the goods and services, while producing they should acquire inputs: land, labor, capital, organization, even raw materials like machineries, transportation. For all this they should pay. They should pay. Who will pay? Producers or firms. They should pay. What purpose? To acquire or use the services of land, labor, capital, organization, raw materials, machineries. For that sake they should pay. That is called as cost. That is called as cost. By using all these things, what they will produce, they will sell in the market. They will sell in the market. By selling that, they will earn revenue. See, production is carried out by producers. Production is carried out by producers. These producers, to produce commodity, they need inputs. So what are the inputs? Land, labor, capital, organization. Okay, when the people, the producers are using this, for the sake of this service, they should pay. What they will pay? Usage of land, they should pay rent. Usage of labor, they should pay wages. Usage of capital, they should pay interest. Usage of organization, they will pay, like they will get profit. Okay. And also using of raw materials, for that also they should pay. So these are all called as rewards. Okay. These are also called as factors of production. Factors of production. Factors of production means those goods, like those things which are helpful to the production. Okay. Those things which are helpful to the production, they are called only production. Factors of production are inputs. So here, using this input, they should pay which one? Rent, wages, interest, profit. So this is called as cost. This is called as cost to the producers or firms. And by using this, what they produce, that commodity. So that commodity they will sell in the market. By selling that, they will earn revenue. They will sell that commodity. By selling that, they will earn revenue. So finally, you will get profit. Profit means relationship between, otherwise the differences between cost and revenue, or we can say like that, R minus C, revenue minus cost. That is profit. Each and every firm always thinks about which one maximize the profit. Maximize the profit. So here, production is carried out by producer or firms. To produce goods and services, they should acquire inputs like land, labor, capital, organization, raw materials like machineries, transportation, fuel, water, electricity. These are all called as inputs. By using this, they should they should pay. What for all these things? What they are paying, that is called as cost. That is called as cost. And so after using these inputs, what they produced, that commodity they should sell in the market. So by selling that, what they will get? They will get revenue. They will get revenue. So both we can say like that, profit. So finally the firm will get the profit. Profit is differences between cost and revenue. Differences between cost and revenue. So that is only we can call like profit. For the sake of profit only, the firms will produce goods and services. So we are discussing about meaning of production. So production is a process. Okay, production is the process by which inputs are transformed into output. Once again I repeat, production is the process. Production is the process by which inputs are transformed into output. Okay, so next topic is production function. Production function. So what is the meaning of production function? Production function is the relationship. Production function is the relationship between input and output of the firm. Once again, I repeat. Production function is the relationship between input and output. So that is, we can write like this. For example, Q equals F of L K. Okay, here Q is amount of goods produced. Then F function of or function. Then L labor. Then K capital. Okay, it's clear. It's a quantity, amount of goods produced. To produce this, we have to input, we have to put which one? Labor and capital. K means capital, L means labor. So it is the function of inputs. This is the output. Okay. This is the output. It's a function of labor and capital. When we are using this, that time only we can get the output. So this is called as production function. In other way, this production function we can write y is equal to f of r, l, k, o, etc. Okay. So here r is land, l is labor, k is capital, O is organization. Okay, so this is the production function. We can say production function is the technical knowledge. So using this, we should get maximum production. Using the different combination of inputs. Using the different combination of inputs, we can get a maximum product or maximum production. So we are discussing about which one? Production function. Production function is the relationship between input and output. See, Q is equal to F of Lk. So this is the output. How you can get? Through the function of L and K, labor and capital. If the inputs are increased, one quantity also increase. If the inputs are decreased, quantity also decrease. Quantity, otherwise amount of goods produced. Okay, this is the introduction, like meaning and production function. Meaning of the production is the process by which inputs are transformed into output. A simple transformation of input into output. Okay, so land, labor, capital and organization are considered as the factors of production. Without these, we cannot produce goods and services. Okay, and using of land, labor, capital for the firms using these things only to produce goods and services. These are called inputs. So when they are using land, that time they should pay which one? Rent. For this, they should pay wages. For this, interest. For this, profit. Profit is nothing but differences between revenue and cost. So when the firms are using these inputs, for that time they should pay some. They should pay for that sake. They should pay. So that pay is called as cost. This is okay. After production of using this, after producing the commodity using this, so what they will do, they will sell in the market. By selling that, they will get revenue. Okay. So the differences between revenue and cost, we can get profit. Okay. This is meaning of production and meaning of production function. Okay. In this class, we discussed this much only. In next class, we will discuss about isoquants. Thank you.